All right, this video is going to be exactly how I would scale to 20K per month again, starting from ground zero. Okay, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Noah Okazaki Arnold, and I help agency owners, coaches, and service-based businesses who actually help people scale from anywhere from 1 to 5K a month to 15 to 20K per month consistently by reprogramming their subconscious mind and rewiring their identity to become the version of themselves that's already making that kind of money, so that that money, 15K per month or 20K per month, simply becomes a byproduct instead of something that they're constantly chasing. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into this on exactly how I would do that. So number one, we need to break down your current paradigm. That's exactly what we would do, and figure out why you're repeating the same patterns that you're repeating, why you're experiencing the thoughts that you're experiencing, why you're experiencing the results that you're experiencing right now in your life, whether that's 5K a month, 3K a month, 1K a month, maybe even 7, 8K a month, right? Why are you experiencing these results? Maybe you have inconsistent revenue. Maybe you have a bunch of self-doubt. Maybe you feel like you're an imposter. Maybe you're just chasing a bunch of strategies and nothing's working. We need to break down the exact root cause behind all of these issues, or else we can't move forward. So that's the first thing that I would do, is break down your paradigm. Now, number two is we would build your 10.0 self. Build the version of yourself that's already making the money that you want to be making, right? How does he look? How does he operate? How does he speak? How does he maneuver? Everything behind his belief system, all of the things in his behavior, where does it stem from? So we would build that version of yourself that's already making 15 to 20K per month, so that that number becomes a byproduct. But first, building that self who has no limiting beliefs, building the self who has no emotional attachment to money. He's authentic and convicted. He has very decisive execution. He magnetizes opportunities, and he has strategic action from his alignment. Now, this isn't just about what they do. This is about how they think, how they feel, how they decide, how they operate, right? This is going to be the subconscious GPS behind your subconscious rewiring and your subconscious alignment. This is going to be the reference point for your subconscious alignment, okay? After we have your 10.0 self built, then we dive into actually rewiring your identity operating system, the iOS, okay? So this comes with custom visualizations, where you have visualizations that actually reprogram your subconscious mind to begin closing this gap between your current self and your 10.0 self. This is the frequency gap, and the visualizations will begin to close this gap. That's what we're doing here with rewiring the iOS system, the identity operating system, is closing the gap as much as possible. This is subconscious calibration, frequency training, strategic reprogramming, point B mind targeting, right? All we're doing here is reprogramming your mind to begin embodying this version in the current self right now. So if you can embody your 10.0 self right now, even though you're your current self right now experiencing all these little things, if you can embody your 10.0 self right now, you begin closing this frequency gap that you see on the screen here, okay? Then we get into this conversion point, and we'll get into this after, but your conversion point is as soon as you begin embodying your 10.0 self in the present moment right now, that's when we dive into the convergence point, and I'll get right into that in just a second, right? And just to touch back on this rewiring the identity operating system, this isn't just some mindset bullshit fluff, right? This is actually reprogramming your subconscious mind to, like I said, close that gap. Okay, then once we have that all set up, then we can actually begin layering in the tactical operations. And once we have everything set up and we do it in this order, the tactical operations and the systems actually stick, right? You've probably experienced this where, you were going through it and, you've tried the systems, you tried the funnels, and they don't stick, right? It's simply because you didn't go in this order. But once we do it in this order, they stick and they stay for good, okay? This is where we get into the offer refinement, the content systems, which mirrors your 10.0 authority, magnetic messaging. We go into ads that actually convert with 8x ROAS on average, speed to lead funnel, which is a 5 to 10 minute sequence. This is everything that I did to scale my agency from 2 to 20K a month. And also all the sales processes that you need, everything that you need to stack onto your identity to make sure that it actually sticks this time, instead of something that you tried once and you're going to give up with later. We make sure that we do it in this order so that it actually sticks. If I went in and tried to refine my offer and dial in my content system and all of these ads and funnels and things of that nature before I even built my 10.0 self, it would not work. And I've tried that before. I was there. I've done that, where I tried everything before building this identity operating system, and it does not work. It does not stick. And I can tell you that from experience. So that's why we stack all of this infrastructure after we build your identity. And the catch is that these aren't just systems. These are built and stemmed from your new identity that you now have built, your 10.0 self. These systems are now also stemming from your 10.0 self, which will give you 10.0 results from these systems. If you attach these systems and the infrastructure to your current self, you're going to get current self results. And right now your current self results are these, and that's not very good, right? So now to finally finish off this video, the convergence point, like I said, this is where once you begin to embody the version of yourself making the money that you want to be making right now in the current present moment, this is what happens. This is when internal shift meets external actions. Okay, so 2K per month turns into 15 and 20K per month. Limiting beliefs turn into pure conviction. Burnout turns into needle moving decisions. Weak systems turn into high conversions and quick and high conversions. Wanting turns into being. Instead of you wanting to make 15K per month, you begin being that version, where then now you're an embodiment of the version of yourself already making 15K per month. So that 15K per month isn't something that you want anymore. You are that person. You are him. Right? That's alignment. You are aligned with that frequency. That's where the magic happens. That's when the change really, really happens. And this is what not a lot of people do, sadly, but this is what I teach to a lot of my students, to all of my students. And hopefully you guys gather this and actually implement it, because it will change your life. High churn percentage turns into greater retention. Low or no authority turns into strong grand pool. And doing more turns into being more. You be more because you are him. You are the guy that's already doing 15, 20K per month. You don't need that anymore. You live in pure abundance. Right now, to conclude, finally, why you tried funnels, coaches, courses, KPI trackers, scripts, ad, and nothing stuck. This is why none of those things stuck. Okay, it was built on misaligned identity. Okay, you're building from the wrong energetic foundation. Now, changing external before internal. You're trying to fix output without addressing the source. Shiny object syndrome. Always switching tools and systems, never mastering one. You're always going from one funnel to the next, the YouTube funnel to the Instagram funnel to the Twitter funnel to the TikTok funnel. All these little things. You're trying to change the system without mastering one that's aligned from the version of yourself that's already experiencing the results that you want to experience. Okay, there's no clear version of your next self, your 10.0 self. You're aiming without a target. You have no internal compass. Imagine shooting a gun, you're aiming, you have nothing, you have no target ahead of you. You're not gonna hit anything. There's nothing to hit. You have no target, right? So tactics implemented from a place of fear, not clarity. Decisions made from scarcity rarely lead to scalable results. You get burnout loops. You have no nervous system regulation, which means constant output without internal regulation equals a crash. It's just inevitable. It's what happens. Okay, overcomplicated offers that don't reflect your current identity. You're selling something that you haven't become yet. This is kind of like the scammy thing. Like if you're scamming someone by selling something that you haven't even done for yourself yet, you're a scammer, and get off my YouTube, please. But yeah, info overload. This is when you're getting too much information and you get into analysis paralysis, where you have so much information you don't know how to implement it, right? You've consumed more than you've implemented. Okay, and then finally, trying to skip the identity shift with high ticket scripts, right? You can't fake a frequency. The market can feel misalignment, okay? This is exactly what I would do to go from 0 to 20K a month as soon as possible, and to make sure that that 20K per month becomes a consistent income revenue for myself, right? Make sure consistent is the key word here. I want to make sure that it sticks. I want to make sure all the operations that I'm implementing and all the infrastructure that I'm throwing into my business actually sticks, and it's stemmed from the version of myself that can actually hold it and withstand it. Because the version of yourself right now can't withstand the results that your 10.0 self can withstand. Your vibration right now is set to 3K per month. If someone gave you 15K per month, you lose it like that. You don't become that person because it was given to you like that. That's why the people who win a shit ton of money or in the lottery, they lose it like that, because their frequency was aligned with the version of themselves already doing the money they're doing now. Right? So if this helped you guys, I want you guys to implement this and actually come back in like 5 months and tell me if this scaled you to 20K a month. But yeah, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I'll leave a link below, and also I'll leave all the links that you guys need to get any more access to me whatsoever. Again, my Instagram is Noah Okazaki, so go ahead and tap in there and DM me if you guys have any questions. Leave a comment, drop a like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna make a lot more like this to help a lot of you guys who are currently stuck at around 2 to 5K a month, because this is what I'm a master and this is what I help with, and this is exactly what I've done for myself as well. So there's no one better who can teach it, in my opinion. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of this video if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one.